Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And the question for today is ones and zero. So given an array of binary strings strs and two integer m and n, we have to return the size of the largest subset of strings such that there are at most m zeros and n ones. So basically the two integers given over here in the question will be the criteria for choosing. So the m will represent the number of zeros we can have and n will represent the number of ones we can use. Alright, and the set of x is a subset of y if all the elements of x are also the element of y. So what we mean by a subset is that two things are subset of each other if x contains all the elements that y has. Alright, so we have to return the largest subset. Alright, so for example over here we have to take for at most 5 zeros and 3 ones. Alright, so what we have over here is, what we created over here is these. Alright, so 10 is the as it is, 0001 is as it is. From over here we have taken only one, and from there and we haven't selected this, and now we have selected this. Alright, so yeah, that's our final answer. Alright, so how we are going to solve this problem, let's see what approach we will be using to solving this problem. So yeah, in this example over here, why we have choose this as a subset, because it contains 5 zeros, 3 plus 2 5 zeros and 3 ones. Alright, so we have 5 zeros and 3 ones with us. And also why we haven't choose this, because it is a smaller subset and it doesn't contain that much. Alright, if we include this in our subset, then we can't include this, and also it will disturb because it has 4 ones already present. So either we choose this two and like that. So we choose this subset that is the largest subset. Alright, I hope the example is clear to everyone. So yeah, so let's see. And in this case, like if we choose 1 0, because it contains at most 1 zeros and 1 ones, so but its length is only 1 because it's 1. But if we choose this subset 0 and 1, then it would our answer will be 2 because it's the largest. Alright, so yeah, that's how we will going to I hope the examples are clear to everyone. Now let's see what are the constraints given out to us over here. Alright, so yeah, the constraint given to us over here are that the length of the string would range from 1 to 600. Alright, this means that it won't be a null string. Alright, so we don't have to put a check for that. We are sure that it might have any one string or subset present in it, and the length would be from 1 to 100. Alright, so this particular length which we talk about can be from 1 to 100. Alright, so yeah, and it only contains 0 and 1, so we don't have to worry that it contains 2 or 3 or like that. It will only contain zeros and ones, and the m and n that are the variables, like the at most m zeros and n ones will range from 1 to 100. Alright, so it won't be like we have to have 0 ones or 0 zeros. Alright, so but minimum we will have one. Alright, yeah. So I hope the question is clear to everyone. Let's see for the approach what we're going to use it. Alright, so yeah, so approach which we would be following here would be of dynamic programming. As why we are using dynamic programming, because it's a classic problem of knapsack kind of it's a little bit variation of, not classic, it's a little bit variation of knapsack problem, in which where we have given weights, but here we have given zeros and ones. So I'll take my I as zeros, that is m, and j as ones. So at finally I have my answer at dp of mn. So yeah, that's how we will be calculating it over here. And also it's a bottom up dynamic programming, that is we'll begin from this end and we fill up our table, and after that we will check for our final result what is updated over here. Alright, so yeah, so basically how we are going to do is, for every, because we have to take for every subset, not we have taken for whole of the string how many zeros and 1 contains, we have to consider here for every subset. So for every subset what we'll do is, suppose there is a subset, there are 2 1 0 or 0 0 0 1 and like that. So we will pick our first subset. We will count the number of zeros. The number of zeros here is 1 and number of ones here is also 1. Alright, so what we'll do is for every 0 and 1, let me write it over here. So every zeros and ones, first we have taken the count, then we will go to our position. So suppose we have to find 5 zeros and 3 ones, so we will go at our position in the array 0 1 2 3 4 5 and 0 1 2 3. Alright, so like that we will draw our array, and for this value we will see that what the value over here is, and we will maximize it because we have to maximize that value. So either we'll take this value or the value present at 5 minus 1 because 5 is 0, so 5 minus the count of 0 and 3 minus the count of 1, so 4 comma 2. So alright, either this plus 1, because how many subsets will this contain plus 1, because that much will contain 5 comma 3, because if we add 1 to it and 1 to it, because 1 0 and 1 1 what we have, so we'll get our answer. So that's why we will look for these subset. Alright, and if we are here, then we'll look for the previous one. So that's why in the this manner we will be filling out this table, and at the end what we'll do is we just simply pick the mn value. Alright, I hope the approach is clear. It's a little bit variation of a dynamic programming approach as well. It's not simple as that, because here we are seeing the subset, not the whole string that is given to us as a set. Alright, we have to look for the particularly subsets. Alright, that's why the approach is little bit of variate. Alright, I hope let's see the code for this, and I hope if you have any doubt it would be clear then. So now let's see the code. So yeah, I have written the code over here. So I have taken my DP array, and it would be of m plus n plus 1. It is a simple thing. Now for every string, so look guys, for every string what I am doing over here is I am first maintaining my count of 0 and 1. Alright, if I have the count of 0 and 1, after that I just have to update my DP array. So how DP array will be updated? Firstly, the I will range from m to the length of zeros, how many zeros we have, and j will range from n to number of ones, and likewise. So for every position we will check either because we have to maximize at position m and n, so that's why we will check the value present at there, and from where we can get to this, is I minus the 0 and j minus the 1 plus 1, because that value will add up and give our answer. Alright, so yeah, so how many maximum are present over here plus 1, or the maximum value present over here. So if we fill in this bottom up manner, then sure we will get our answer. Alright, I hope this approach as well as the code is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me in the comment section. Alright, so let's try to submit it and see. As you can see, it's accepted. So please like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.